Okay. Okay. Hmm. Frequency. Or streaming. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, so there is a why is the stream status poor? Hmm. It's really slow. The live stream's not coming through that well. Okay, if you can hear me, see if you can type anything into this chat here in YouTube. I'm just going to type in there. I'm not sure if this is working. It's really delayed. Okay. This is really delayed. Can It's very delayed. Can you guys hear me at all? Hi Meg. Can you hear me? I'm good. Can you hear me? I can't. It's really delayed. It's horrible. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, I can only see what you're writing, so yeah. I'm not liking YouTube because it's really, really delayed. Not liking it at all. And I can't figure out why it's so delayed. At least it's working. Yeah, I know. I know. Sorry, but I was going to say the ban finishes tomorrow. Yeah, I'm good. The ban finishes tomorrow for TikTok Live, for me to go live back on TikTok. It finishes at 7:45 p.m. my time tomorrow. So I can jump back on there tomorrow night. But it will be late until I'm able to go live. Yeah, apparently it was one of those, you know, the ones that come in and they try and steal they come in the chat and then they start typing in like, oh, say like, oh, Banana Passion, come to me and I'll you know, give you an update on your love life or something like that. You know, one of those ones. So anyway, I ended up blocking her. And when I appealed it, I found out who it was. So yeah, I went and blocked her again. Yeah, it wasn't nice. So I got a ban put on me for 7 days. 7 days. I appealed it twice and lost. So I was not happy about that at all. I was really angry actually at TikTok. Yeah, I know. I know. Like I was seriously angry. I went off my tree. But yeah, there's not much I can do about it. So I've made about 3 other EnchantedBelle accounts on TikTok. So now I just have to get people to follow them and build up the following on the other 3 EnchantedBelle TikTok accounts so that if I get banned on one, I can just switch over to the other ones. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wasn't impressed. Yeah. So trying to set this up though has been a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, you'd have to probably type in, they're under EnchantedBelle 3, EnchantedBelle Tarot. I can drop all the links into the chat thing for those ones, but it's really delayed on here. Now, I've used TikTok live before and it hasn't ever been this delayed. So I'm not sure why I'm getting such a delayed reaction, but sorry. I'll try and figure that out when I finish on here tonight. But basically, it's not like TikTok. Well, it is. I can still see all the writing in that. But it's a bit more difficult, basically, because I can't bring anyone in. And I have to actually rely on people to come to me, which you won't get because all my followers are on TikTok. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But Bianca needs her cards read, and there's you guys in the that do actually subscribe and that actually want their cards read. So I'm waiting on Bianca to come in. Who else is in here? Did Jackie get in or not? Jackie Jarman, are you in here? Not sure. Don't think so. Yeah, I can't see either. That's the thing. I have no idea who's in my room. But Bianca has been trying to get hold of me for the past 2 nights now. So it's been hit and miss. I've not enjoyed this week. Not at all. Yeah, I know. I just don't know who they are unless they actually type into the chat. So, oh, but while it's actually, it's not me in there. I don't count. There's someone else sitting there, by the way. But while I'm here, I've started looking into. Now, I did post it up on my page actually, and I'm actually doing the, the throwing bones. You know throwing bones? You heard of those before? Okay. Well, you know how they used to, you get like in Africa and that and those other countries and they in the villages and that, and they have their, you want to call them their witch doctors and things like that. I know it's very, very delayed and I hate it. I don't know why it's so delayed. But anyway, so you throw the bones, okay, and how they land is how you determine things and outcomes of different things you want to know. So I actually have this, and it's one that I've started. I literally started it the night I got banned. So I wasn't pleased, but it's a new thing that I'm offering. It's called osteomancy, I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's called osteomancy. I have to look it up again. I always forget the name. I call it just bone throwing because that's basically what it is. It's on here. Let me have a look. Osteomancy, it is. I was right. It's osteomancy. The bone throwing. So basically, I have my cloth, which I put down now because I've set everything up really different. So I have that. This one. It's similar to what I would actually use, similar one that I would actually use to use with my pendulum or my copper dowsing rod, right? Remember that? So if I do it right, then I bring this over here. Now watch the screen change. Okay, you can see that, yeah? Okay, you see it? Okay, so then I get my bones. Well, what you would call bones, and I don't. but these are what I use, and they're things that are actually significant to you, right? So, and then you scatter them. God, it's so delayed. Do you see what I mean? All right. So you use, all these are identifiers, okay? You can use anything that is significant to you, and you use this here to give you an idea. So basically, this one here and the shell represent the earth and Mother Nature. So earthy things. And the way they land as well. This one here, this crystal is for sickness, okay? This one here is for clarity. This one here is for softness. It just depends who I'm reading for and basically where these things actually land. But it's osteomancy, bone throwing. So a lot of people don't use bones. A lot of gypsies use this as well. Sometimes I use these. It just depends on who I'm doing it for. There's two lots that I use. So sometimes I will actually use just these. You've seen these before, right? I've showed you these before. So sometimes I will only use these. It just depends on who I'm throwing for, as I said. So basically, that's how it works. It's very interesting. It's not something that a lot of people enjoy because it does use a lot of spirit work. And it's not an easy thing to interpret either, but each person is different. And you get different answers. So it depends on the person. Some people I'll only use a very small handful for, or handful of them, and other people I will use the whole bowl. It just depends on what clarity they want, what they want to actually try and find out. So it's an interesting one I'll be bringing in, but this is the new setup now. So what do you think of it? Bianca? Hi, babe. It's very delayed, honey. I'm sorry. It's very delayed. So as of tomorrow, I'll be jumping on late, okay? Because as I was saying to you when I typed it in, my ban does not finish until 7:45 p.m. my time tomorrow night. So I will jump on late tomorrow night to get back on, but I was blocked on TikTok. There are another few pages, okay, that I've opened up on TikTok. Now I just need to get people to follow them in case they get banned again. All right. Now, what am I looking at for you, Bianca? You'll have to type it, or you can type it into the TikTok chat if you like. No, I don't particularly like YouTube, but this is the only place I can go at the moment where I can get a live stream. You can type it into Messenger, or you can type into your TikTok Messenger, which I've got open here at the moment as well. It's so what? Just type your question into your TikTok live because I've got it open. It's so new, yeah. It's very delayed. It's not something that I like at the moment. But until tomorrow night, it has to do. Oh, I'll send them when I finish here. I'll send them in to you, okay? But there's, I think it's under EnchantedBelle Tarot is one of them. EnchantedBelle 3 is another, I think. You just want general relationship. All right, I'm going to use the Angel deck, and I'm going to give you a bit of a deeper read tonight. Okay, honey. No problem. Thanks, Meg, for helping me with that, by the way. All right, so I'm going to leave this open here so you're able to see the cards as I do this. All right. Might put some more light on here so you can see better. All right, so we're looking at general for you. Relationship, okay. You got the Three of Water. All right, the Three of Water is actually showing a celebration that's coming into your family life. I'm not exactly sure if there is any celebration coming in, but there looks like it is. It could be anything in regards to wedding, graduation, birth announcement, anything like that. But there is some kind of celebration coming in. The Four of Earth. Okay. Four of Earth is showing that you're making good decisions, but it's also showing that you're either a little too frivolous or like with money, but also maybe not spending enough. So you're either going one way or the other. I'll give you a full recap of this as I finish it, okay? But at the moment, I'll just tell you what I'm getting from each card. There is a leap of faith. There's something you're going to have to actually think on and actually make a decision with that's coming through. You need to listen to your heart more than anything in this one. And that's something you don't listen to enough. You are coming to an end of a phase or a difficult situation, but in that aspect though, with that end of a difficult situation, you are going to have to actually let go of something, move on from something. That will actually have a cascade effect in allowing you to let go to be able to move on. There's 3 cards here now that I've seen where it's shown that you actually have to, I guess, listen more to your heart and allow more of your dreams to actually come through. And the fact you need to look after yourself a lot more, Bianca, you're not doing that enough. You're really not. Okay. In the next, you're getting more of a full reading here, sweetie, okay? In the next couple of months, there is going to be a little bit of a money inflow. Because I'm actually seeing you actually signing documents. That's in regards to money. That money is tied. This one here is tied with this one. So the money that you actually get, and there's a signing of contracts. So I'm not sure how you're coming into any of this money. It's not showing me apart from the fact that there is a signing of documents and contracts with this card, but it does show that by doing that, it allows you to make some long-term plans, which I'm seeing over here, which for you would be very, very good at the moment. But from everything I'm seeing so far is about you and the fact that you need to look after yourself a little more. You don't put yourself first, which is a big thing. You have the Sun, which is a really good card. There is showing a lot of happiness though. coming in. Bianca, do you remember when we talked about when I read your cards last time and I said that the reason why you're so stuck where you are now, and things don't seem to change in regards to how you're feeling? You're always feeling really stressed, feeling really tired, and struggling to kind of keep moving forward every day. Do you remember when I said to you, you're kind of stuck in this wheel that you can't get out of? And a lot of it is tied to your family. It's still showing that here, but it is showing me what potentially can happen if you distance yourself, not physically, but mentally. And this is what I've been trying to tell you. You don't need to physically distance yourself from your family, not at all. But mentally, you need to actually move away because of the narcissism. And because it runs rampant through the family, that's like an influx of too much negative energy. And it's hard to explain, but when there's so much negativity and you tend to absorb that, okay, negativity breeds negativity. So when you're absorbing everyone else's negativity, it's sitting inside you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that their negativity actually becomes your negativity. And that sets you on a whole course of nothing going right, nothing going the way you want it to, not being able to move forward, feeling horrible all the time. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Yeah, and can you see how that actually works? What I'm seeing here is if you distance yourself mentally from your family, I know I'm looking the wrong way, sorry, because I'm trying to look over on the other side to what you're writing. If you mentally move away from the family, not physically, but mentally, this is showing me what potentially is going to happen. So you don't have to worry about moving physically away from your family, but mentally you actually have to, like, enough, stop, that's it, don't take on any of theirs. And if you do that, then everything that I see in this deck, and this is the deck that I use to do the big readings with, but everything that I see here comes into play, but only if you jump off that wheel that you're on. Okay, so that wheel's just going to continue to go round and round and round and round with you in it, unless you actually jump out of that wheel and stop taking on the negativity. You're acting like a sponge basically and soaking it in. A lot of the time people don't realize they're doing it, but with you, and because you're very empathic, you are soaking that up and it's now becoming yours. Are you able to actually pull back a little bit mentally? Like, let them sort their own stuff out. Don't take it on as yours. You'll see a change as soon as you stop doing it. But what I see here is a happier outcome. But it depends whether or not you're able to do it. The wheel. Again, there's the wheel. The positive change, if you can get off the wheel. And again, fortune is on your side if you jump off the wheel. I have a feeling your cards are always going to read the same. I'm pretty certain they will, until you jump out of there. And that's going to be hard for you to do, because you've always stood in that, you've always stood there in front of your family. You've always dealt with everything, but they have to learn to deal with their own stuff. You're very empathic, and that's part of the problem. On the outside, you're very strong, and you look very strong, and you are to a certain extent, but You're very empathic as well. And that can also be your downfall if you don't jump out. You're going to have to like mentally cut back on what you allow your family to get you to deal with mentally. You have to jump out. If you don't, you're on a fast track to this getting worse and worse. You can try it for a little while. Try it for a month if you can do it and see how it changes you. Your outcome will look very good here if you do it. I thought, no, because the thing is, nothing will change. Yep, but it's what I'm saying is they will always be the same. Yes, I understand that, but it's you that needs to actually change. It's you that actually has to stop taking on their negativity, because when you're around them, okay, it works with everyone. If you're around people who are negative, okay, and you're around them all the time, you're in that negative space, okay, even though you may not think it, you are, and you actually soak that up. And being an empath, which you are, and I am, you actually soak it up and it becomes your negative energy. So half the time you don't even realize that it's happening, but it is. And with you, and I have spoken to, and I will tell you this now, I have spoken to my aunt, who I call the Oracle, you know, the one that is really good at tarots, like she's well known. She's actually said the same thing when I've explained that your cards always kind of come out the same. And she's like, the same thing. I said, is she stuck in that wheel? And she said, yes, until you actually do stop taking on their stuff. That's the problem. You actually have to put up the mental wall. That's what you need to work on. Do you understand? Like that mental wall? Yep. Yep. And it's only going to get worse. There will be, yep, the lines for chaos and drama. Yeah. They will always get worse because you're taking it on. It's never going to change unless you stop it. And only you can stop it, though. You know what I mean? But in all the readings, yes, sometimes you get things that are a little different, but in all your readings, there's a common theme with your readings. There's a common theme, and it is chaos and drama and that negativity that's your family. That's always in your readings. And that's one of the reasons why you can't shift forward either. Do you see what I'm saying? That's your common theme, is that the drama and the chaos from the family. That's a commonality in every single one of your readings. It's always there, and it's always negative. And it's because you soak it up, and it's not your fault. It's just you're around it so often that it just sinks in. Yeah. So if you want your life and your happiness, and you want that lifted, and you want all of that to change, and you want all of this to come into play, which is really good from what I see here, you actually have to mentally back away. Are you okay, Billy? You're okay, buddy? Oh, hello. Yes, Thor's here. So, yeah, so if you can understand what I'm saying, that's what I mean. Your potential here, because what I'm looking at is your potential future. That's why I've pulled these cards instead of the normal tarot. With these ones, that's what I'm looking at, is the potential change that you can actually have. But you actually have to stop and get off that, I call the family wheel. That's your biggest commonality in every single one of your readings, is that wheel. And you're constantly soaking it in. All of that negativity is constantly soaked in, to the point it's weighing you down. And that's what I need you to change. So, yeah, you have the potential to actually have something different. Your whole life could be a lot different. There's happiness here, 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 here. All of them. The Dreamer, happiness. The Four of Earth, happiness. The Three of Water, happiness. All of your 9 cards are all happiness. That's your potential right there. But only if you allow yourself to back away. Yeah, because what I'm doing is a different reading for you, because I've always done the same type of reading. This one's different, and it was actually my aunt that suggested I do this reading for you. So I've actually taken a different route this time, and I'm actually looking at what your potential is and what could happen if I took out your family and that negativity, which is what I've done. So that's your whole potential right here. But do you understand? Do you really understand what I'm saying when I say that you don't mean to kind of take in that negativity, but being around them, it's a natural thing for you to do because they're family, so you soak it up. I do it with my family, and I didn't even know I was doing it until people said it to me years ago. Actually, it was my aunt who told me that. So you actually need to put up that mental wall between yourself and your family. It's just a mental wall where you don't let that negativity in. You let it bounce off. Do you remember when I showed you the mirror? I'm not sure if you ever saw that, but someone asked me once, I think when I first started doing my lives, what do you do when someone's really negative or someone's really nasty towards you? And I said I usually pull out a mirror, or I actually envision a mirror and hold it up in front of me so it bounces back. Yeah. So basically what you need to do is whenever you're around a family, envision yourself encased with a mirror, okay, all the way around you. So all their negativity, everything, whatever they're saying, because every single thing that comes out of their mouth has a negative connotation, right? Because they're narcissistic, which I know about, and that's fine. Most people are. But in your family, it's particularly rife. So all you need to do is make sure you envision yourself, because a lot of being able to stop this is through vision, okay? So you envision a mirror around your entire body so that everything they say, everything that is they're saying to you actually bounces straight back to them. You understand? So you don't actually draw it in. Try and do that and see how it feels. See if you start feeling a little lighter. Yeah. So envision yourself surrounded in a mirror. Okay, so you're in the center and the mirror's shining out at everyone else, especially when you're around your family. And whenever they're talking to you, just make sure you see everything they say bounce straight back. Try it. It's hard to keep that up, but eventually you will be able to have it up naturally the more you do it. It's just a mental kind of throwing it back at them and you not taking it on. It's not an easy thing to do, though. It's really not. It's hard. Yep. Well, you're gonna have to envision. You're gonna have to envision yourself with a mirror, or you're actually gonna have to get out a mirror like me. I like my big ones, like that. You get one of these, and you throw it up in front of your face. So all they see is themselves talking to that. No, seriously though, just envision it. Envision a giant mirror surrounding you. That's all you gotta do. You'll notice a difference after a while, but it will take a little while though, okay? But potentially there is happiness in every single one of your cards. There is financially is a lot better for you. Decisions are easier to make. You'll feel a lot lighter. There's the Dreamer, the Wheel, the Sun, the Empress. You've got a lot of major arcana cards here. The Star, the Release, everything. Your Earth cards, they're brilliant cards. Glue it to your forehead. Everyone will be staring at your forehead. Invest in one of those. You just whip it out and put it in front of your face. Nah, you just got to work on the visionary thing. And as I said, the more you do it, the more it will become automatic around your family, the more you do it. So, yeah, I just use the mirror because it throws back negativity at other people. So they cop that feeling of being negative. I like to let them see what it's like. But, yeah, not everyone likes that. But that's just me. So, yeah, again, your cards are fine. They're good cards. And I want that for you. What I'm seeing here, I do want that. But you'll have to change it. Okay? Well, any type of mirror is fine. They're all good. You can use any type of mirror. They're all good. But otherwise, your cards are good. The potential is really good for you. And I hope you don't mind that I spoke to my aunt. I was a bit unsure about how to deal with the situation because your cards are all the same. Like that has that same, as I said, the same thing with the family and that and the amount of stress you're under. So I was a bit stuck on what to do here, how to show you how to change it. And she actually gave me the good idea about the mirror. So yeah. Well, I go to her a lot of the time because one, she's a lot wiser than I am, and she's been doing this for a hell of a long time. So, and she knows a lot more than I do. So sometimes when I'm in a bit of a stuck in a situation where I'm not sure where to move or how to change things or to show someone the right way, I will actually talk to her about it, and she usually makes me see things a bit differently. Yeah. It's not, but that's the whole thing. It's not about you moving away from your family. That's not what I want. I just want you to stop taking on all of their stuff, and that's what's dragging you down, and it has been for so long now. And this isn't an easy fix. This is going to take a long time for you to do. You need to understand that, okay? Not an easy fix. You will try and you will fail, but as long as you keep doing it, it will become a lot easier. But it is a very difficult thing to do, what I'm asking you to do. You just don't take it on. Don't let it fester inside you up here. So it's up to you now. I can only show you what potentially could happen, but it's basically up to you how you do this. You do. You do. And the only worries you need to take on are your own. Yours and your child. That's it. They're the only worries you need to be dealing with, not anyone else's. But you could have a really beautiful life. And you will. But as I said, it's going to take a while. It's not an easy fix at all. Now, do you want to know what else I've been doing? I have something new that I've actually introduced. I'm not sure if I've told you about it. I actually did it that night when I got my band. I did it for the first time. You heard of osteomancy? I put up a post about it. You heard of that? I was showing a little bit to Meg when she was in here a little while ago. So basically, I use this, which is the same thing I would use for the pendulum dowsing. Okay, same thing. And depending on what I want to use, depending on the person, I have a bowl of things that I can actually pull from. And these are things that I identify with, okay, that give me choices, health, life, spiritual, earth. It gives me a whole idea of things. So it's a different type of divination. Sometimes I like to use these, and more often than not, I use these as well as a few other things that I'll throw in. But these are the main ones that I use. See those? So going on where these land on here, and a couple of other things that I'll pull out of this and use with it, and where they land with a yes, no, and also with letters. Which crystal thing? What, these ones? Yeah, but this is osteomancy. So I tend to do it with a few things. It just depends on the person. So say, I'm not sure about you, but for you, I would use these ones. But I would also be pulling out a couple of others. One would be this one, which is one of my favorite crystals, and that's a fluorite. Another one is a shell. The selenite. But down here are the special ones. And these are coins. Keys, coins, special things as well. Okay? So depending on what you wanted to ask is what I would actually use to throw. You can have a go if you like. Would you like to have a go? So these would be the ones that I would use for you with the stone. These are the ones I would use for you. All right, what do you want to ask? So what do you want to ask? We're using these. We're using all of these. This is osteomancy. Ask me something. Yeah, ask anything. You can ask anything you like. Is your relationship going to get better in time? I got a feeling your family's going to be in part of this as well. Sorry. All right. Here, this here, your love life, the rose quartz right there is tied into your health, which is there with the key. There are choices to be made. You've got a challenge here on this one. This is your challenge. big one. You do have a lot of outside help here. This over here, though, do you see this one who flicked out over here? This little one all the way out here is a little hard to see. Sorry. Might have to move the cam. That one there. You can just see me tapping on it. That one there. That one there is you. Your health, your love life, the key, the challenges. It's all very tied in together in here. The negativity is here with the black onyx here. The earth, two of them. Your softness, that softness inside yourself here with the selenite sphere and the clear quartz together. There's not much of that there. Your health is the main thing tied into the family drama. That is that hardness inside yourself, the stone. That needs to soften a lot. This here is yourself. You're way out of it. This is you choosing your own destiny here. But it's outside of where you are. This is all tied. And that's the key. You've got a lot of moving factors here. It's the same, a little different to your reading. These always are. But your health, that one's shown up in your reading before. That's fluorite. That's your health stone. Yeah, you need to actually really be careful. That is your health stone right there. The love, the family drama, all tied. It's all surrounded here. And you're just here, stuck on your own. And that's all the issues tied in. There is a challenge here, though. The challenge part. Your spirituality over here with the amethyst. It's kind of getting left behind a little bit. When I first met you, this was very much tied into here with you. These two were together, if you want to call it that. Your spirituality there was tied very much close to you. Not so much now with the amount of negativity you've taken on. The selenite, this needs to be over here. This needs to be over here. The key to all of it needs to be right on top of you here. That needs to disappear out the way. The hardness needs to go. Choosing your destiny, that also needs to be moved over to here. Your happiness needs to be over here. The key to it all needs to be here. The love needs to be here. The softness needs to be, all these need to be here for you. These here all need to be with you, and they're not. You are actually out on your own. You are actually stuck there by yourself. So it's the same situation again. Unless you change, unless you stop the negativity coming in, you will get more of it back. Your spiritual side will show up more. You're not able to see much anymore, are you? You used to be able to pick up things, yeah? Do you find that more difficult now? I know there's a big delay. Sorry, sweetie. Yeah. You would find it a lot harder now to pick up on things, or to tap into the spiritual side will be a little more difficult because of the fact that there's so much on your mind. So there's you here just by yourself. And that's not where it should be. You need to be right in the center, right there. Understand? Yeah. Yeah. She's coming back, but you got work to do to get it back. But this is osteomancy. But the same thing, I can do it with I actually use the copper rods. Have you seen me use the copper rods? I do the copper rods as well. Yeah, it'll come back. As soon as you lighten up everything in your mind, this will all come back, okay? All of it. All of it will come back. This is what you need around you. Do you have selenite at home? Or this? This is selenite here. Big one. Do you have this at home? If you don't, get yourself some selenite, okay? Surround yourself with it. It's a real soft crystal. It's really good for you if you can. Surround yourself in selenite. The best crystal to use for negativity is obsidian. Okay? Yeah. I understand. Try and use the crystals as well if you can. Use obsidian for negativity. Keep it by your front door. When you're around your family, any crystal shop, but don't pay too much. If you can get, say a piece of, I don't know, like, get a little piece of obsidian about that size there, about that size, okay? And you can buy those little cages, the little silver or gold cages that you can pop the crystal in and you can put it on a necklace. You seen those? Get one of those and pop the obsidian in. And what I want you to do is wear it when you're around family. Try and wear it so it's over your heart area, so it's between your breasts. But if you can't, put it in your pocket or just carry it on you when you're around your family. That obsidian, this isn't obsidian, obsidian's black. That obsidian will actually I've got a piece of jewellery of obsidian. Let me show you. Wait a minute. Oh, you have a ring actually here. It's a big one. It's my sterling silver one. That is obsidian. This one here. This ring. That's an obsidian ring. So it's a black stone. As long as you have it on you around your family, that will actually help dispel the negativity. But the selenite would be really good for you to keep on you. This one here. This one here, that's what you need to keep around you, the selenite, okay? That's a real soft, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. And they're not expensive. Selenite's not expensive. But it's a really nice one to keep around you because it's a really soft crystal. So if you can keep that in your home, that would be really beneficial. But carry the obsidian with you around your family. That will help dispel the negativity, okay? Even just wear it around you when you're with your family or even going out. Just keep it with you. Okay? That's all you have to do. But those two crystals will be really good for you. Yeah. Those two would be really beneficial. So obsidian that you want to carry on you or wear at all times around your family to dispel negativity, and keep selenite in your home. If you can get another chunk of obsidian, I suggest you put it by your front door. Okay? Yep. If you can get obsidian, a bigger piece, a bigger chunk of obsidian, if you can get a bigger piece, keep it by your front door. okay? Because when people walk in, it will dispel negativity from them, okay, coming into your home. So, yeah, but you always want to carry a piece in your pocket or wear it, and that will actually help you as well, okay? I actually haven't said crystals for you, but I actually think that would be really beneficial. Oh, and if you have are you near a beach? Try to get one of these. This is a stone. It has a hole in it. You'll find these along beaches, okay? Rocky beaches. Don't go buying them. These are called a hagstone or a witch's stone. They're really good for negativity. But these you can find naturally, okay? So I've actually put a post up about them that'll give you quite a bit of information. I've posted it on TikTok not long ago. The hagstone or the witch's stone, you find them on the beach. That will also help you put it by your front door if you can find a big one, and get as many of them as you can. There you go. That should help you. Yeah, and even like I should have actually said to you as well that even if I was knocked off TikTok like I was, I can still do your readings privately. Okay, I'll still do them for you privately. You're a subscriber, okay? So don't worry about that. But yeah, as I said, I'm back on TikTok tomorrow, but it's not until 7:45 p.m. my time, which will be really late for you, I think. But I will try and jump on tomorrow. After that, everything's back to normal, as long as no one gets me booted off again. Yeah. You're a subscriber, so yeah, hun, you do get it free. So I can do them privately as well for you. No problem at all. But I'm not sure who else is in the room. Who else is in here? Yeah, I know they are. I'm just a bit peed off, that's all. I'm just a bit annoyed. Oh, hey Thor, how you doing, huh? Billy was in here looking for you. Night, Bianca. All right. Don't spend too much though. I'm good, Thor. Thanks, honey. Just sick and tired of being kicked off TikTok. It's really freaking annoying. But I'll be back tomorrow night. It's just going to be late by the time they let me on. How are things with you? Everything okay? Really? How's the online stuff going? It is getting better? You still doing the truck stuff? Hate new decks. Stiff as. Oh, the online? Really? Oh, that's not good. Have you tried varying the stock that you had? You know what does sell? Are those bloody mugs that you see people, they inject that stuff into those cups, that gel stuff, and they put the glitter in. That shit sells on TikTok like you wouldn't believe. Snow globes. You think? They call them snow globes. Really? Since when? The moon. Beautiful. Oh, why? You know how you have those people that jump on and they say, they see all the followers in your account, like in the chat, and then they ask people they type in and say, oh, like Thor, come over to me because, I'll try and tell you how your love life's going, or you'll see how they try and get people, poachers, those ones. Yeah, one of those. I booted her off. I got reported. So I wasn't exactly happy about that. I was really peeved off. So yeah, I got a 7-day ban straight away. I was in the middle of a live. I booted her off and yep, got reported. I didn't know until later though because they wouldn't tell me. But after I repealed it twice and then I went searching for information, and I said they said it they said it was hateful, like a hate thing. And I'm like, how can it be a hate thing when they're in there poaching? And I think I said at the time when I did it, I can't stand these people that they poach, and that's when I got booted. So whatever I said in that sentence could have been the word hate. I don't know, but it could have been that word that got me hate speech and hate thing. So they booted me, which I thought was like absolutely ridiculous. The amount of swearing I see on TikTok from people on lives, like why they came after me, I have no idea. So I got a 7-day ban straight up. So yeah, I wasn't very happy about it, but there's not much I can do. So can't do much about it. But I think it's, hold on, let me have a look. I think my ban is till, I think it's 7:45. Let me just, okay, let me just double check. Hold on. All right, let me go in. My live. Oh, I'm just bringing it up now. It's, yeah, it's still suspended, and it's 7:15 p.m. Sorry, 7:15 p.m. tomorrow night. So that'll be really late for you, won't it? I'm going to try and get on anyway, even if it's for a little bit. I'll try and have a sleep later in the afternoon or whatever. So yeah. So what else is going on with you? It's 8:34 there. Yeah, well here at the moment it's only 6:35. So Oh, I don't think I... All right, I'm going to log out. Oh, did she? Oh, thanks, hun. But no one else will be coming in, so I'm going to log out. Okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's only you in here. So I'm going to log out. All right? I'll see you tomorrow, hun. Mwah.